Morning, everybody. I'll open the meeting at 9 o'clock, the 9th of October. Could somebody move a leave of absence for Councillor Davis? Councillor Vincent.
I move that a leave of absence is granted for Councillor Davis at this meeting.
Seconder, Councillor O'Neill. All those in favour? 8-0. I'll just pass it over to Councillor Burkett to say a few words.
Thanks, Mayor. I just wish to acknowledge the sad passing of Jeffrey Sylvester Watson. Jeff had over 40 years in local government, both as a CEO and councillor. Jeff commenced with the Bringa Shire in the front office as a junior clerk and worked his way up to Shire clerk and CEO before retiring in 2004. He was instrumental in generational projects including the Mitchell Industrial Estate, the Council Works Depot, the Great Artesian Spa, Major Mitchell Caravan Park and the Mitchell RSL and Combined Sports Club, which was the model talked about in numerous other councils. Jeff was part of the inaugural Maranoa Regional Council, or Roma Regional Council at that time, elected in 2008, and played a significant part in the difficult task of bringing together 5 councils. After stepping down in 2012, Jeff continued to serve his community through the Executive Officer of the Bringa Action Group and the Secretary-Treasurer of the Mitchell RSL and Combined Sports Club, a position he had previously held from its inception for 10 years. Jeff was an unassuming person and a tireless worker who never sought public recognition, who went about his work for the sheer love of his community. Personally, he was a mentor, a sounding board and a mate. He was for so many, who was always there to offer his knowledge and advice, including CEO Rob, who started his local government career under Jeff. Jeff will sadly be missed by the community and left a huge void, but will never be forgotten and most never definitely be replaced. Rest in peace, Jeff.
Thank you. We'll just stand for a minute's silence.
Well said, John.
Thank you, John. If I could have somebody move the confirmation of the minutes of the ordinary meeting on the 25th of September 2025. Councillor Seawright.
I move that the minutes of the ordinary meeting held on 25th of September 2025 be confirmed.
Seconded by Councillor Brumpton. All those in favour? 8-0. Moving on to 12.1, Local Laws Review. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hancock.
I move that it is proposed that council resolves. Is that correct, Deputy? CEO, or is it? I move that council resolves.
I move the council.
Yeah, it's not proposed.
Yeah,
Council
that's what I was
resolves.
thinking.
Yeah.
But is it because it's going out to community consultation that it's just proposed at this stage?
Well, once we resolve it, it's not proposed anymore, is it?
But we're moving for it to go out.
If I may, there's several elements to this, so that you're certainly resolving for a process, so you accept this is the process that we'll follow, and then there's the actual public interest test and other things. So we're resolving to go out and do this activity, certainly.
So I move that council resolves 1, pursuant to section 29 of the Local Government Act 2009, adopt the local law making process identified in attachment B. 2, to propose amendments to local laws and subordinate local laws set out in attachment C, proposed amended local laws. 3, to propose a new subordinate local law number 1, administration 2025, as set out in attachment D. Proposed new subordinate local law which consolidates and updates existing subordinate local laws 1.1-1.18. 4, to propose a new local law number 1, miscellaneous, 2025, to repeal the subordinate local law listed in attachment E. 5, pursuant to section 29A of the Local Government Act 2009, to undertake a state interest check in relation to the proposed amended local laws and the proposed new subordinate local law in accordance with the local law making process. 6, to undertake public consultation in relation to the proposed amended local laws and proposed new subordinate local law in accordance with the local law making process. 7, to undertake public consultation in relation to any anti-competitive provisions identified in the public interest test plan at attachment F in accordance with the local law making process and the public interest test plan. 8, pursuant to section 257, delegate to and authorise the Chief Executive Officer or his delegate to implement the local law making process.
Councillor Brompton?
I've got a couple of questions that might just have to change some wording, so I'm happy to second, but maybe I should ask the questions first, if that's okay. Page 31 of our pack, have you got it named like that, which is in Schedule 1 of the attachments to the local law review? You got that, Grace? In the maintenance of the premises, which will also appear in that local law, it's just some wording. Part 2, it says for subsection 1, detract from the appearance of other buildings if, for example, and it should say the building, and then A should say is dirty, B should say is boarded up, C should say has fallen into. It's a grammatical error.
Sorry, councillor, what page?
Page 31 of our
Yeah, that's
our
not
pack.
mine.
It's a table. Writing in red.
This one?
Yeah. So part 2 of that.
Yep.
It should say that first line for subsection 1, a building may affect the visual amenity of the neighbourhood or detract from the appearance of other buildings if, for example, the building, A, is dirty or in need of painting, B, is boarded up, C, has fallen into a total state of repair, D. So it's just some wording issue.
Yep.
And then on page 66 of our pack, which is part 9 of attachment 7, 8, attachment 9, attachment 8, in the key stakeholders, your public notification, you've suggested the Western Star. I would suggest possibly the Maranoa Today as the only print media we now have.
What page was that,
Our
Councillor?
page 66, the bottom, the last line, we're public with the notification.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
If people are happy that, because the Maranoa Today is the only print media
Yep.
we have. But I'm happy to second if the mover is happy with those suggested changes.
Absolutely, I am. I'm just wondered if we could put, I'm happy to move with those amended changes.
Yeah.
How do you want me to word that?
Just with the amendments, including the amendment to, what schedule was that, Councillor Brumpton there, the first one?
Schedule 1, initially, amendment to Schedule 1 wording at 14A.
So
Could it go in number 6?
maybe number 9, Councillor Soft.
Noting the following amendments.
Yeah, number 9 would be
Yeah, different, I think one number is different.
including the following amendments.
And Mayor, can I suggest, just to tighten the resolution, given that it started with that council resolved, that council, that 1 is fine, 2 is not, like number 2
Yeah.
should start with propose amendments, not to propose. So it'll be that council propose, that council propose.
I balked at that.
Yeah,
when I
yeah, I
did
know
the
you
2
did,
too,
yeah.
and I was like, but then I read it and I thought it sounded okay to go council resolves to propose amendments.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just tidy.
You want to take the 2s out, or you're right?
No, it
Council
should,
resolves.
if it's, the council resolves to propose amendments too, that's correct.
sound
That
That's
works.
correct.
Yeah.
We don't generally have the word resolve in our resolutions. It's that council pursuant to section 2, that council propose amendments.
Yeah,
that
that's
council
true.
propose-
So let's move resolves out and just go that council. Oh, yeah, then we're going to take all the rest out. Yep. Okay. That council pursuant's right. Number 2, that council propose amendments. Number 3, council propose a new subordinate. Number 4, council propose pursuant's right. That number 6 is that council undertake.
Just hang on a sec, Joe.
Only up number
Thank you.
4.
Sorry. Yep, just propose. Yep. Then number 6. Number 6 is just, yep, undertake. Number 7 is undertake.
And then the amendments, including amendments, you'd have to say Schedule 1.
Local law number 3.
Do I need to say it all wording?
No, just say local law number 3.
Yeah, Schedule 1, local law number 3. 14A, and then in brackets 2. Do I need to say the whole wording of this now? CEO Rob?
Just
Is it grammatical?
it's grammatical though.
Oh, just correct
Grammatical corrections.
grammatical,
Yeah, grammatical changes.
grammatical corrections.
Yep.
And the other one is,
Number 9.
yeah, attach, number 9 of, is this a schedule? Oh, what's it called?
Key holders.
Public interest test plan, attachment F, sorry. So attachment F, section 9, replace the Western Star with the Maranoa Today.
Is the mover happy with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Seconder, right? Thank you very much. Would anyone like to
Second it now.
speak? Councillor Hancock.
Just to thank the staff. This has been a very big process. It's a very important process for our council, and but I just really want to thank Director Brad, our Officer Grace, Joe online. Thanks so very much for all the hard work that you put in. Thanks for continuing to bring it to us in workshops and going through it. It has been a very big process, and yeah, it's good to see you come to the table today and get passed.
Thank you. Just a really quick question. It's probably in here. How long does it go out to the community for?
I don't know the
Shows
process.
online.
Usually 21 days, but I'll have to.
Yeah?
Joe, are you able
I was
to?
just curious more than anything. It doesn't have to be in stone.
Well, it will be in stone.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
There'll be
A certain amount.
We put it out for 21 days. It's
Yeah,
at
okay.
item 10 of that public interest test. There's a little table.
Okay, thank you.
Just got a question.
Yes.
Again, I'm just looking
Councillor
through and
Sarah.
I've missed it somewhere. Just in there, it's got Schedule 33 gates and grids. The significant proposed changes are made to reflect actual practices within council, including where council has undertaken the relevant works on gates and grids.
I was just wondering, I just can't find that in the schedule, what the proposed changes were.
What page are you on?
Page 33.
So that is part of attachment D, Schedule 33.
They were emailed to us,
Yeah, yeah.
attachment C and D.
Yeah, righto. No worries. Oh, there it is there, finally. Right at the very end. No worries, thank you.
You're right.
Yep.
Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Brumpton.
again, just to reinforce, this has been a huge piece of work, and this is the first time these have been reviewed since 2011, so I think it's well and truly timely, apart from minor reviews, and really it is a huge piece of work, and thank you so much for your diligence in getting that through for us, especially Grace, I think, who's probably been the key person doing this. Really appreciate it. And Joanne, thank you for spending time with us also to sort through some of these issues for us.
Anyone else like to speak? With that, we'll go to the vote. All those in favour? 8-0. I'm waiting for Amber to come on the line, so 8-0. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
Grace.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jane.
12.2, 2025-2026 Christmas and New Year closure. Councillor Brumpton.
I move that council endorses 1, the annual Christmas and New Year closure for the general workforce and associated facilities, excluding those services identified as essential services requiring skeleton crews, is from close of business Friday the 19th of December 2025 and reopening on Monday the 5th of January 2026. 2, the Roma and Mitchell Waste Facility be closed to the public on Christmas Day 25th of December 2025 and New Year's Day 1st of January 2026, and appropriately sized skip bins to be provided outside the facility for public use for the days of closure. Note that all other regional waste transfer stations will remain open as per their usual operating hours. 3, the closure of the Yulbar Post Office on Thursday the 25th of December 2025, Friday the 26th of December 2025 and Thursday the 1st of January 2026, with reduced operating hours over the Christmas period of 9am to 1pm from Saturday the 20th of December 2025 to Friday the 9th of January 2026. 4, the annual Christmas and New Year closures of councils' libraries in Jackson and Mungalala from close of business Friday the 19th of December 2025 and reopening Monday the 12th of January 2026. 5, the annual Christmas and New Year closures for the Injune Visitor Information Centre from Thursday the 25th of December 2025 to Saturday the 27th of December 2025, and from Tuesday the 30th of December 2025 to Thursday the 1st of January 2026. 6, the annual Christmas and New Year closures for the Roma Visitor Information Centre and the Big Rig will be on Thursday the 25th of December 2025, Friday the 26th of December 2025 and Thursday the 1st of January 2026, with reduced operating hours over the Christmas period of 9am to 1pm from Saturday the 20th of December 2025 to Friday the 2nd of January 2026. 7, note that the last Big Rig Night Show Sunset Experience for 2025 on Friday the 19th of December 2025 and restart the first Night Show Sunset Experience on Monday the 5th of January 2026 at 6:30pm. 8, propose to amend the fees and charges schedule for public entry to the Big Rig to a $5 flat rate for all visitors from Saturday the 27th of December 2025 to Sunday the 4th of January 2026.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Vincent? You're right, Councillor?
Yeah, I was just going to get it repeated.
Would you like to speak, Councillor?
This is our usual process of going through the formalising the closures for the breaks. It's the same as last year for the public if they're interested in knowing what's happening. Apart from, I think, probably the waste facilities are slightly different because of our changes.
I think Wallumbilla too, because we've gone to 5-day with the library.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Wallumbilla also because of the library. But apart from that, it's what our usual process.
All right. Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour? 8-0. 15.1, development application, material change of use, extractive industries up to 100,000 TPA, 3190 Dunkeld Road, Tingun, reference 2025/21408. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Councillor Burkett.
Yeah, I'm happy to move. I'd like to move that the development application for the material change of use, extractive industry up to 100,000 tonnes per annum, located at Erline Park, 3190 Dunkeld Road, Tingun, described as Lot 22 on RP 208342, be approved subject to the listed conditions and general advice.
I have a seconder. Councillor Flynn, would you like to speak, councillor?
No.
I have a question.
Yes.
Just with the road, I noticed that the previous applicant on the adjoining thing, there was some talk about a change to the road use agreement or whatever. Is there anything that we need to do with this applicant regarding using the road? In the background on page 85, it talked about the previous development. A minor change application was approved by council to change the terms of the approval and requirement for road contributions. So I'm now asking, does this applicant now, because they're using the internal road and then using the same council roads, is there something that needs to occur?
No, so the previous approval, the road contribution conditions were removed, so.
That was what that was,
yes,
removal.
it hasn't been applied to this condition either, so council can apply special rates to quarries separately to development approvals if they wish.
Okay, that's all I wanted to check.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, could you say that again? Council can apply special rates to quarries based on their increased dilapidation to roads, but that's separate to a development approval.
So what process is that through, if we wanted to deal with the roads?
Through, I think it's usually through rates and
Right.
infrastructure, determine the increased degradation on the roads based on quarries and they apply special rates based on that.
Thank you.
Anybody else got any questions? Did I have a seconder?
You did,
Yes.
Councillor Flynn.
Yeah, councillor Flynn, that's it. Yep, okay. Okay, all those in favour? 8-0. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Fifteen point two, Cobb & Coastal Museum update / new exhibition. Morning, everybody. Do I have a mover? Councillor Hancock.
I move that Council 1 approves the transfer of $30,000 from work order WO 26039.2800.2001, Cobb & Co Changing Station Museum Painting, to work order 20550.2800.2001, Cobb & Co Store Museum, as part of the Q1 budget review. 2, thank the Cobb & Co Store Museum Working Group for their commitment towards the museum exhibition upgrades. 3, encourages the Surat Cobb & Co Store Museum Working Group to apply for external grant funding to continue the growth within the museum.
Thank you. Seconded by councillor Vincent. Or you have a question?
Just a quick question. I'm happy to
Yep.
second. Is there anything left in the painting for the ceiling of the Cobb & Co Museum, or have we transferred all that out and that project is now gone to next year?
Through the chair, yes, there is still, so that 30,000 was the last of that budget, so it's been earmarked to be able to transfer to this particular, to the Cobb & Co Store Museum.
There is amount there for the painting though.
The painting, there's still, the painting is still happening. It just come well and truly under budget, so.
And we transferred some of it to, I think, an engine project.
That's what I was worried about, that there might.
Yeah.
It's still happening, yes.
Everybody's calm now?
Yeah. I was like, that's the basis
Sorry.
of moving on.
All right.
But happy to second.
Happy to second is councillor Vincent. Councillor Hancock, would you like to speak?
Thank you. Mayor, I'm happy to move this today because I actually just believe that this was missed out of our budget preparations. The Cobb & Coast Station, Cobb & Coast Store Museum has had a budget to be able to do, yes, it started as upgrades to exhibitions of a special exhibition in line for Cobb & Co Festival many years ago, but it has it has morphed its way into just being an operational budget, because what we've actually found out over the years is there was no budget to operate the Cobb & Co Store Museum side of that facility. And so you will note that I actually just said to to transfer it to the Cobb & Co Store Museum. And yes, it can be used for some portions of exhibitions, but it also has been used over previous years, and I think it should still be able to be used for anything that they need to be able to upgrade that museum. For instance, there's been some shelving that needs to be bought, or some replacements of stands that might need to be bought, and there's been some storage containers that might need to be bought. So that's why I have just left that off, and that just goes to the Store Museum. Acknowledging that at the moment they are banking on being able to have those funds to be able to finish off the Wealthwaroo exhibition that they're halfway through. I just want to, thank there is a few museum committee members, and they work really hard for our facility. We own this facility. Council built this facility in Marushire Council days. That's why it is seen as a little bit different to other museums throughout the region. And so I'm very happy to support this today, to be able to give some funds for that side of that facility to be able to operate.
Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Brompton.
Yes, I'd like to speak for this as well. I was invited down to a recent committee meeting, and it was great to see the work that the committee is planning to do. And it was unfortunate that after many years of funding, just without changes to our budget process this year, their ongoing commitment hadn't been recognised. So, and they had some quotes ready to go on working on the exhibition that they're currently looking at upgrading. So really supportive of this, and hoping that we will then just have this embedded into the budget from now on, so that they know they have an operating budget year on year, as they have for the last 10 years plus.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour? 8-0. L1, Regional Tourism Infrastructure Fund, options for consideration. Councillor Vincent.
I'd like to declare a conflict of interest in item L.1, Regional Tourism Infrastructure Fund, options for consideration. The declaring councillor is myself, Jane Vincent. Person with the interest is my mother, Janice Humphreys. Janice is the Secretary of the CHIPS, who are having exclusive use of the Injune Museum, which is mentioned in the report. It is prescribed conflict of interest, and I will leave the room while the matter is discussed and voted on.
Thank you. Are there any questions on this one, or Councillor Brompton?
I'm happy to move if there's no questions. I'd like to move that Council 1 submit an application for the Injune Rail Trail for Queensland Government's Regional Tourism Infrastructure Fund to a maximum of $300,000. 2, authorise the Chief Executive Officer or delegate to sign the funding agreement and any other necessary documentation if successful.
Seconder, Councillor Hancock. Would you like to speak, Councillor?
Yes, this is another great opportunity for us to try to get some funding to develop some of the plans that we have. Thank the officers for the work you've done. We had a number of contenders that we considered. We considered that this one was the strongest contender for the funding that was available and matched the criteria the best. So for that reason, I'm happy to support that this is the one that we put forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? Councillor Hancock.
I too am supporting the Injune Rail Trail as a project for Council to select for this round of funding. It's great to see some of this tourism funding coming available to councils to apply for, and this particular one is for South West Regional Councils.
Outside of SEQ.
Outside of Metro. So I'm very excited about that level of funding coming out this way. The Injune Rail Trail is a project that's been bubbling along for many, many, many years, and it just fits this this grant funding very well, and so very happy to support the Injune Rail Trail to be put up for this project, and noting that the other projects that we did look at right around the region, they haven't been forgotten, and we're hoping that there'll be another grant round of funding that'll come available, that we'd be able to support another project in the region.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak? No, but thank you, Georgia, for all your hard work. With that, we'll go to the vote. All those in favour? 7-0. Just get Councillor Vincent back in. Does anybody need us to go into closed? Nobody's got any questions? Everyone's happy just to go with it? 8C1, Roma Salyards Cafe Management Agreement. Do I have a mover? Councillor O'Neill.
I move that Council 1 approve the transfer of interest in the Roma Sayards Cafe Management Agreement. 2, authorise the CEO or delegate to transfer the current Roma Sayards Cafe Management Agreement to the new owner ending the 16th of December 2025.
Seconder, Councillor Seawright. Would you like to speak, Councillor?
Thanks, Mayor. We've already done this in recent months with the change of ownership with the substantive business that has the contract on the Roma Sayards Cafe Management Agreement. They've clearly sold again, and just so we're clear, the reason that it's ending the 16th of December is that we're in the process of retendering for the next management agreement, which was due to expire at the end of this year.
Anyone else like to speak? Let's go to the vote. All those in favour? 8-0. Does anybody else have any other business? On that note, I'll close the meeting at 9:31 and thank you for your attendance.